The following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, The Money Masters.
Let's go to Shivan in Boston. Shivan, what's happening, brother?
I'm watching you both on Tiger TV.
That's a beautiful thing.
I love it. Yeah, definitely it is. Learning a lot from Tiger.
Now, your Money Masters, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
Welcome, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials down 16, Nasdaq's off 9, S&Ps are off 2. We got gold down 460, silver's off 4 cents. You got platinum up $8. Oil is down 58. Bonds are off 4 ticks, and King Dollar's up 6 ticks at 80.29 after getting smoked on Friday. Totally smoked on Friday. So that you get the euro at 1.2782. And if we do go overseas and just, last night in Asia, folks, Asia was basically slightly up to flat.
Yeah.
And you have Europe flat out here this morning. You know, so this coming week, I mean,
it seems like every week there's it's another meeting, it's another this. But this one's a big one, I think, with the German courts.
It is. Well, it is, in the context, they're already pushing it. It was interesting, a bunch of the articles out there this morning in the journal, what they were floating. Let's put it out there.
Yeah.
They were floating that Merkel was saying that, hey, they're going to say it's okay, and, but they are going to put some parameters on us as to what they can do. The bottom line is that it's going to be amazing if they do say it's all clear, because no doubt where the whole deal is moving to is Brussels.
Yes.
And, thank God we're not in Europe. Believe me, folks, thank God you're not in Europe, because the bankers are going to run the whole deal in a huge way.
Yeah.
And not only run it, but they just run it for free money.
Yeah.
And so then we had the Fed meeting on Wednesday, announcement on Thursday.
Yeah.
And, we're at 1435.
We're at highs. I mean, we're all basically back to 2007,
but
give or take.
But all the folks that don't want a deficit want what?
Oh, they want more stimulus.
They want free money.
You betcha.
It's
Just keep pumping it out there.
No, I know. There's no doubt. We'll see where this shakes out, man. I mean, I can understand the context. If you look at the way that the Fed did talk about, no doubt, the job picture.
Yes.
On that last deal, if you just took the jobs into effect, it'd be like, yeah, they're going to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the correlation between putting money out in the marketplace and creating jobs is just not there.
No.
It's
not. Well,
I mean, it's so far not there that how is it that people don't even see it?
Folks,
and talk about it.
No, listen, folks, this is what you got to do. Come over to our website at TFNN. I put this real estate paper up there on Friday. It's under breaking news, right? Now, whether you're interested in real estate or not, you want to go read the paper. And this is why, because what we're just talking about right now.
Yeah.
What's inside there is that inside this paper, there may be speculation that real estate in Florida would go up in the future, but other than that,
what is all the data that you've got in there?
Yeah, most of the research and the data are all factuals, okay?
Right.
And what you want to look at is this, and that's what you're just talking about. There's plenty of money. The savings rate in the United States of America is the largest it's ever been. The amount of money in the personal checking accounts is the largest it's ever been.
Yes.
The corporate, this really blows my mind. The corporate profits,
yes,
right, after taxes. Okay, so forget these arguments out here that taxes this, taxes that. Factually, there's more money that's sitting there. So all that money is sitting there. So you know what's interesting about this too. So check this out. This is kind of cool actually when you actually just look at that data. Because you know what? Who can you blame? Everyone. Now think about that for a second, right?
Okay,
no, why not?
Yeah.
Think about it, okay? I'm just realizing.
Blame for what?
For not spending the money.
Oh,
for not getting jobs.
Yeah, okay.
Now think about that for a second, right?
Okay.
If if individuals have the most amount of money in the bank, the savings have the most money in the bank, the corporations have the most money in the bank, okay? We're all sitting on our butt. And listen, I would make the argument that we're not sitting on our butt, but when you actually look at that, okay, what that is all about is fear. And so it's like...
Yeah, and I think when you come through the downdraft that folks have, that the fear that it's real.
Oh no, it is real. No, it absolutely is real.
And you just say, okay, not again, not in my lifetime.
Folks, shake it off, man. Shake it off. Period.
Look, I'm totally in line with that. No, totally.
No. Listen,
and that's where So when it comes to jobs, okay, if you look at the front page, the IBD they'll and you take a look at the correlation of where they believe the unemployment rate really is, more like about 11%. If you take
14.
A look at total,
for sure.
So it's certainly not the 8 some percent that's out there.
That's right.
And putting more stimulus out there is not going to open up more small businesses and large corporations. Okay, large entities are simply, what large corporations have been able to do is have found a way to be able to retool themselves.
Right.
So that they're lean, mean, money-making machines, cash machines out there. And there's not going to be any large-scale hiring that's going to go on.
Well, and what happens, one of the main reasons also that the profits are so huge in larger companies is that it's free money.
Yeah.
So they have an easier job getting free money also because you can go out, you can push bonds out. I mean, they can do other
it's a great time to be a profitable entity.
So the key is, folks, is that we're all get out there and get the thing going.
Yeah. Well, the best investment that I think someone could make is the Tiger Dollar.
Oh, the Tiger Dollar. I love it.
Absolutely. That's how you enrich your life.
And folks, there is, we do this about 3 to 4 times a year. This, however, this is the last time that we're doing the discount of 20, 25, and 30%. So it's good till the end of this week. And the way it works, if you buy 500, you get 600 Tiger dollars. You can spend transferable, no expiration. You buy 800, you get 1,000. You buy 1150, you get 1,500. So if you're getting anything at TFNN right now, you plan on getting anything in the future, well, get them this week. What also happens is that if you do participate in the Tiger Dollar deal on the 5th of October, and the 5th of October is Jobs Day. So what we're going to do is this. I'm going to do a master trader, folks, for 5 hours with trading live. And I had to pick. I'm just hoping. It'll be a nice volatile day. It'll be a nice volatile day. And you get that for $0, folks. Okay, so you get a great education along with the great deal. So you can check it out at TFNN. And this is the last. It's good until Sunday night.
Yeah. So I mean, had it not been for the for Thursday's action, Jobs Friday this past week would have been the day as well.
Oh yeah,
we would have seen all that volatility. So.
No doubt. So this is going to be. There's a lot of action this week, though, man. I mean, between Germany.
Well, you got Italy saying they don't need money right now, right? Spain saying they don't need any money right now.
Well, they won't need. This is where this gets wild. They don't need it today, and if they can turn around and push enough bonds out on a short-term basis, they will roll that out.
Exactly.
They have a huge amount.
Push the can down for a couple of years.
Yeah, well, they have a huge amount. October 27th, I think, is the day.
Okay.
Spain has I mean, it's outrageous what Spain has come and do. It's no later than October, I can tell you that. I think it's October 27th.
Okay.
And it's absolutely outrageous the amount of money that's due.
Yeah.
So what Draghi has done is this. Is that the rates came down dramatically.
Yes,
rates came down by 2%, folks, in 3 days, on short-term money. Now, what they can do is that they can continue to push bonds out. Now, that was on the bonds that were out there. Well, they can continue to push bonds out and get as much as they can. If they can push them out for a year and a half, well, it's what's wild is that
it doesn't fix the problem, but it pushes it down. Pushes down the road.
But the more I keep looking at, who is going to fix the problem? And why are they going to fix the problem?
Who where? Who over in Europe or?
Yeah.
And,
Right.
yeah.
Right. And who's going to fix our own deficit here?
We are.
Yeah.
We are.
Well, we got to throw everyone out there.
Absolutely.
We need to,
I'm on board with that.
There's no doubt about that.
Well, that's where when you start taking a look at that jobs, issue, what I'm basically saying is that the only way to be able to get employment really coming back is you've got to create new industry.
Yeah.
You've got to create new, that's where you're going to, be gung-ho, all kinds of jobs that are going to be out there, because you go through the Dow 30 companies that are out there.
Right.
There's not going to be any major hiring. I don't care how much stimulus you put out there. They've found ways to become lean, mean operating machines, and technology, and, everybody's, they'll hire people.
Right.
But not in the droves like you need to.
Right.
That's my opinion. Now, you get some new industries going, and that's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
And that's why I say the whole thing in the United States is, you accomplish everything by truly, no more lip service, no more BS. You truly become energy independent.
Right.
You do that, and
that's a huge tax off us, right?
Oh yeah, when you start taking a look at, you want to get rid of deficits, you want to put people back to work, do the whole thing. People talk about taxes. There's no larger tax than paying $4 a gallon, when you could be paying $1 a gallon.
Well,
I mean, it costs 80. Just think about it. I fill my car; it's $80.
Right.
Where it could be $25. It's just any other, and it's the same. Doesn't income level and filling up a car with gas is agnostic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So you start putting that kind of money, in people's pockets out there. It's huge. It will be spent.
It is huge. There's no doubt about it.
And to me, that's how you solve the problem.
Oh, there's no doubt about that, man. Maybe they can put a fence around Washington, D.C. and Virginia and don't let people move there anymore.
I'll just keep them in. Yeah, you bet.
Well, you know what?
Yeah,
no,
that's the only fence we need. That's right. That's the only fence we really need to go.
But you know why?
That's our border. It's Washington.
Listen to this, okay? Because what happens, folks, is that the reason that, whether it's Virginia, Maryland, and D.C., right? The amount of jobs there is phenomenal. The amount of contractors there are phenomenal. The amount of everything is there to be had.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the reason this is a crazy story I'm going to tell you this morning, and I was actually I wasn't in shock myself, but what happened is that if you read the Wall Street Journal this morning, what you're going to see on the it's on the opposite page of I think it's the op-ed page. Okay. And what it is this: there's this guy named Alan Gross. Okay. And Alan, he's my age. Okay, and he is in prison right now in Cuba. Okay. So what do you hear? This is an amazing story, folks. And the sad part is that he is in jail. But when I tell you, when we talk about private jobs versus what happens to the government, this is a guy I did a huge amount of business with. And I'll tell you the history of it, and so you can kind of
cool.
Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, appreciate all you tigers and tigresses growling and prowling out here with us. Right now, the Dow's down 11, Nasdaq's off 10, S&P's are off 2. We're going to be right back.
Kate Stalter's exciting newsletter, Low Priced Leaders, has just launched, and now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial. Every Wednesday afternoon, Kate sends out her weekly newsletter to her subscribers where she focuses on small cap stocks with market caps under $2 billion, as well as low-priced equities with share prices ranging from $5 to $12. Kate tracks a variety of stocks with a combination of strong technical support and solid fundamentals. Many of the stocks featured will be recent IPOs. These newer issues are often some of the biggest price gainers in the market and provide an excellent opportunity for substantial gains if timed correctly. You can catch Kate Stalter live on Tiger TV with her Small Cap Roundup every Tuesday and Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and visit TFNN.com right now to get your 2-week free trial to her brand new newsletter, Low Priced Leaders, while locking in the low introductory monthly rate of only $37.50 per month, almost a 50% discount. Act now.
with the launch of Tiger TV. TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Ken Shreve, Kate Stalter, David White, Larry Pesavento, Victor Jones, or Terrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective. Direction Shares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
Millionaires are made every day. The fact is, living your dreams is possible. Someone, somewhere is going to get rich. My recommendation is, let that be you. Each day, someone is making the decision to better themselves and creating a plan to fulfill their financial dreams. Let that be you. The key to turning dreams into reality is to take massive action. Let that be you. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of the Money Master Show with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN, and I can help you with your journey to great wealth. I'll show you how to create the ultimate financial edge, a set of tools, insights, and strategies that are part of my daily newsletter service, Mastering Probability. You'll have direct access to me by phone, email, and my private library of trading and investing secrets for 30 days with an unconditional money-back guarantee. I'll take your trading to the next level. Click on my name, Steve Rhodes, on the homepage at TFNN.com and turn your dreams into reality. Mastering Probability, folks. Let that be you.
This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate all you tigers and tigresses growling and prowling out here with us. So this guy, Alan Gross. Okay,
yes.
so you got to picture something, folks. When in 1980, that's when the airlines got deregulated, and that's basically when, you know, you talk about disruptible technology. Well, the bottom line is that between computers and between all these airlines going bankrupt,
Yes.
that's how I got into this whole business. Okay, well, there was about 5 or 6 large competitors. Alan Gross was one of them. Another guy was Izzy Ice out of New York. Alan was out of Maryland. Izzy was out of New York. Now, the guy that made Hotels.com, Bob Diener and Dave,
Okay.
they were out of Dallas. Okay,
yeah.
they took this from the airlines to the hotel business and made hundreds of millions.
Yes.
Bottom line is that with the stories, this is crazy. This is a crazy story but what ended up happening is that Alan and Izzy, what this story is about this morning in the Wall Street Journal is that Alan was bringing communication gear into Cuba for a Jewish group. You know, that's supposedly the quote, but I know these guys well enough. They've been tight. But the key is, which is a shame, is that I when we talk about Washington D.C., I know Alan well enough.
Yeah.
That that would totally make sense because he's right in the middle of D.C. He saw contracts out there.
Yeah.
He says, I know this because what happens, folks, what happened in the 80s anyway is that the reason that we could do so well is that we had the communication equipment then.
Yes. Well,
And-
you guys
and-
had the ability to. You guys found a not a loophole.
It was a niche.
But you
Yeah.
saw a
Yeah.
niche that you could take advantage of.
Right.
In this case here, you had the airlines back then that, as you said, they were trying to find ways to get more customers.
Right. And we
so
were
they
using
just
computers.
Printing, that's right. They were just
Exactly.
printing coupons
Right.
that they gave to anybody, no restrictions, and that
Right.
became a currency.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
you identified it as a currency and
Right.
bought that currency, resold it to others.
Right.
That, saved all kinds of money. That's why you were on
Right.
60 Minutes, or,
Right.
that's why they...
Right. No.
What's this Tom O'Brien guy doing here?
Right.
What's,
and so it's wicked because, it looks like he'll get it. It looks like, I mean, it really looks like they were doing it that way, but it's probably some kind of CIA contract. That's the reality, and he got grabbed on it.
Yeah.
But that's when I've looked. What happens, folks, is this: is that when you're in that environment up there,
Yeah.
you can't help because that environment, all your neighbors, right?
Yeah.
All you're doing is you're looking at all these government contracts that are coming out, and it's hundreds of millions
you're
of
always
dollars.
looking for opportunities.
So it's
Yeah.
like, hey, why should I work for private? I can be a government contractor, man. Anyway, send some good white light and see if we can get that guy out of jail.
Yeah. Not the place, I don't think,
Oh
for you.
man, I'm telling you, man.
He's like, hey, move me over to Guantanamo.
You know what's amazing is that, figure this, Angie didn't even know me then, and I had already told her the stories because, we did a huge amount of business for like over 10 years. And I says, remember I told you about Alan Gross? She says, yeah. I says, well, here he is right here.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm telling you, life changes in a second.
It does.
Let's get a K. Rico. Hey, K. Rico, what's going on?
Every day of my life, since as long as I can remember, I've always thought about what can you do to create jobs for Americans? What can you do to help America's society? And I got that way of thinking because of my father. And he always warned me that President Eisenhower gave a speech that I used to watch whenever I'd watch the History channels and I'd catch it.
Okay.
And now we can just pop it up on Internet. And President Eisenhower warned us about the strength of the military-industrial complex can take over the entire country. So I've been thinking for the
how are we
last
going to get
couple of years,
jobs?
I'm taking the idea of take the military-industrial complex and turn those people into an industrial rebuild America complex. Simple and factual as that. Work it from that inside-out idea. That's what I'm talking about. You have to turn this around from being a war country to an offensive, good country for societies around the world. And I'm not saying build Afghanistan. Forget Afghanistan. If
Thank
Genghis
God you're
Khan
saying forget
could not
Afghanistan,
conquer
man.
Afghanistan,
Give me a
then
break.
there's no reason for America to think we can conquer Afghanistan.
Yeah, well, I know. Someone wasn't reading their history books when
That's for
we
sure.
went to
That's right.
Afghanistan.
That's right.
There's no two ways about that, man.
Yeah.
I mean, if President Bush had half a brain cell, he would have never brought us into the situations he brought us into. But you say never look past, go to backwards. Okay, fine. But now, why aren't these politicians putting it out there that this is the plan we need to have? I'm nobody. These guys are running for president. Are they dumb as dumb or what? I'm sorry for sounding so crazy, but it's simple. Build the country from the inside out with an industrial complex.
Hey, K. Rico, did they deport you down there?
Well, I am on the run occasionally.
I'm only kidding.
We love you, K. Rico.
Love you, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We'll be coming right back,
Heard
folks.
Tom O'Brien on the air, and you've seen him on Tiger TV as well as being featured as a regular CNBC guest and contributor, and now you can have access to his expert trading advice each morning through his daily trading newsletter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, gives traders, investors, and money managers a thorough strategy for trading stocks, options, and indices every market day. Market Insights comes out each market day before 9:30 a.m. and provides traders with Tom's daily commentary, opinion, and specific trade recommendations on the markets. Using advanced Fibonacci methods, volume indicators, Gartley patterns, candlestick charting, gaps, and market timing, Market Insights will give you specific trade recommendations including entry, stop, and exit prices. The summer is over and traders are back. Get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. If you're an investor looking for a great weekly investment newsletter, then now is the perfect time to try out Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Every Tuesday, Ken breaks down multiple sectors in his weekly newsletter, Ultimate Growth Stocks, with a full in-depth report including specific trading recommendations within his model portfolio, charts, sector analysis, upcoming economic data, along with intra-week trading updates on newsletter positions whenever the market dictates. Right now, you can receive a full month, that's 30 days, to evaluate Ken's newsletter free of charge to see if it fits your trading plan. At less than $75 per month, Ken provides you with his expert trading advice that can pay for itself in no time. Take advantage of this great offer by signing up for a 30-day free trial to Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks today. Don't let this offer pass you by. Visit the front page of TFNN.com and sign up now.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes that a carefully selected portfolio can lower volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angela O'Brien, First Vice President and Certified Financial Planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate all you tigers and tigresses growling and prowling out here with us. Right now, you get the Dow flat, Nasdaq's off 10, S&Ps are down $1, and the NDX is off 10, and it's all about Apple. So one stock moves. Apple's down $4, and it drags. Well, you know
what's interesting? If you take a look at Apple, I'll go ahead and pull the chart up here. I'll find it on my screen. But Apple on Friday, I believe it tagged that swing point high on a lot lighter volume.
Oh, it did. It did.
Which has got that nice butterfly sell pattern out there. 1.272 when it gapped up on August 27th, and the volume differential was really dramatic on Friday because that was 15 million shares, and it touched that area with 11 million shares. Well, I don't know if it's still.
It's a big number.
It failed up there.
Hey, listen, on the weeklies, okay, if you want a number that's sick, on the weeklies, folks, the S&P, the Dow, and the Russell 2000 are into a swing point with 50% lighter volume. 50. The indices.
Yeah.
The NASDAQ has already taken that, they've blown that away, okay? And guess what? That is 66% lighter volume. So it's like, okay, what's going to be the catalyst here?
Yeah,
that's
sure.
kind of, that's where my, it's just like, okay, what is it and where's it going to go? Dollar still...
Yeah. Now, stock on the move, PPG Industries. When was the last time you looked at PPG?
PPG. Oh. PPG. They supply construction, automotive, chemical, flat glass, fabricated glass products, industrials. Interesting.
This thing is taking on all-time highs.
Yeah.
Now, volume-wise, you know, it's they didn't have the volume this morning as it's taken.
But it's been pretty good.
Oh, it's been really.
It's been,
yeah.
Right,
I mean, you got some really nice support,
Right.
you know, at that last gap up out there. But yeah, take this chart back.
So we've gone straight up since. Look at it. That's a nice acceleration, no doubt. $34. Comes down hard to there, but look at that. See, it comes down hard, doesn't get to a swing. All it does is get to higher volume, then takes the next swing out with volume.
Yeah.
So you get, okay, $97. If I do the whole thing, that's $60. That's $1.34. Interesting. If in fact that's a much larger one, that'd be $1.34. If you take the smaller one, it's $60.
Yeah.
8 points. So it's a 37.8 to be.
Yeah. So if you take that large, you know, off of the bottom out there, yeah, $135. Not bad. So did take the swing point out with volume? 23 million.
I did.
How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. 40 million.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. No doubt. And you get some volatility out here in the gold market this morning. Not volatility, but it's like, okay, are you going to move?
Been up and down.
Now, there's a huge conference, folks. This is one of the largest conferences that starts today out in Denver, Colorado. It's the Denver Gold Show.
Okay.
And that's it's for high-end investors, plus there's going to be 135 companies there. So you'll see a lot of PR coming out of that this week.
Yeah.
It'll start this afternoon. So it's it's 8:30 in the morning. So it's starting right now in Colorado, but you'll start seeing a lot of PR getting pushed out 1, 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where do you think gold's headed to? You know, when you take a look at the contract.
I think that pull us back a little. I mean, it looks to me that we hit. Let's see. So if I put I got to put a continuous. So we take this continuous contract. We'll put this on a weekly. That, well, you know, the 1792 is game. I mean, you know, that's the swing point.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you know.
So if you take a look at that in the weekly, just take a look at that trend. If you were going to draw a trend line, we can just take a look at my chart here.
Right.
Let's get rid of this A, B, C, D down because I don't think that's happening. We get rid of that. And, you know, it's gotten up inside it.
Right.
It's gotten just above. So we'll see if that area kind of holds, if that area does hold as a support level.
And the spike, of course, more than likely would be coming this Thursday. I think it's only a spike because it's the setup, you know, still needs a lot more juice, but it's certainly good enough to get into that. Even it's like the GLD is good enough to get into 174. So if it really does get into that 174, that's going to do it.
Yeah, yeah. So a caller said PPG's got a big plant in Indiana making car windshields.
Oh, then it makes sense. The car business is back beyond belief.
Well, but if you take a look at stocks like Ford, you know, Ford, so let's say I haven't looked at it for a week or so, but, you know, so it looks like maybe it is off the bottom there.
They just got more competition, I think. Do you know what I mean? You see, there's you know, between Toyota, they're all battling for it. That's the bottom line. But, you know, it seems to me that, you know, that business is on. Well, it's free financing. You know, that's nothing like it. Apple's starting to get some action here. Let's go to Mark in Denver, Colorado. Hey, Mark, what's going on, brother?
Not too much. How you guys doing?
Good, man.
Excellent.
Good. Hey, talk to me about the oil sector. I'm thinking of getting into the shorting it a little bit, but it's looking like may not be a good idea here. Tell me what you think.
Well, if you take a look at the XLE, you're at 73.65. That swing point is 72.27. You know, and your next swing out there is, oh, it's going into the gap. I see. So 73.02.
Kind of
Interesting.
volume. Yeah.
73.02. You know, I don't think there's any big hurry right now. You know, I mean, I like what that looks like. Okay, but you're going to need what what you'd want to see is this. After the last week, okay, you're going to need some kind of major failure here. And that would be, you get over the swings, you close under them, first day of lighter volume, next day of an expansion of volume. And I'd want to see the dollar start moving. I want to see bonds start moving again. Because this week what you have happening is that there's enough news out there to basically set up a butterfly in the S&P. If a butterfly is setting up on the S&P, man, it's a big one.
Exactly.
That butterfly in the S&P, and that's the one I think I'd really watch, man, because it's like, just take your time, let the baby get up to that butterfly. It's up to the butterfly.
Where you measuring that butterfly to?
I'd take the whole measurement. You want to do that? Okay.
Yeah, I just had Exxon Mobil, so just and then I'll put that up there, Mark. But if you're playing the XLE, you got to immediately go over to take a look at the Exxon Mobil chart and the Chevron chart, out there, and certainly got Exxon Mobil. Looks like this wants to run up to its highs from May of 2008, which is $96. Yeah, right. $96. So that's where you're going to get your next piece of information. And you got ExxonMobil still one of the top 5 stocks, I think, in the S&P 500. Right. So you got
the top stock in the XLE.
Yeah, it's right. Yeah, by like 30% or so inside the XLE. So if we go over to the just to the S&P 500 here.
Now, what do you see this, folks? Okay, because this is a trip.
Yeah, so let's go.
Because it's a big number.
Pull this out here. Okay, so, if you take a look at the real butterfly potential out here, what you do is, folks, all you do is go back to the actual highs out here from April of 2012 down to the low that was put in on June 4th, and just take a look at the 1.272 expansion of that. The price point that takes you to is 14.64 out there. That's on the 1.272 expansion out there. And we're
at 1438, folks.
Yeah. Now the 1.618 is up at 1518, and both those are in play. When you start making expansions, you're not sure which one it's going to it's going to do out there.
Right.
Yeah. And so it's now so the whole QE thing could be and it's a big A to B equals C to up if you come off of the bottoms, quite frankly. So that's that's where you just I think the best advice that Tom's giving you and really everybody else out there is to just simply be patient. If you're long, what you want to do is make sure that you've got some some reasonable stops in place. Because especially as you come into Wednesday, other than maybe just some instant spikes down or Wednesday and Thursday, these areas here should hold if the market's going to move higher. It can come back. Into the the 1400 range, I suppose, is as long as it doesn't break out the lows from last week down at 1400, then the market wants to move higher.
Okay.
Someone's biting apple. Cooking, brother.
All right, thanks, Mike.
You get apple down $6. This is interesting. It's like, okay, so who's biting apple right now? What's this all about? Well, we'll see where this shakes and bakes. But Apple certainly, it did 5 million shares, and we only did 11 million on Friday. So this is coming off a high now with some juice. Yeah. Yeah. So even on the small A, B, C, D on the SPY. Let me just let's just take a look at the small one out here. So you come off of June 4th, probably right up to this swing point right there. So it's up above the 1-to-1. Right.
And then you could come up to, there's a couple different, you could get several ABCs, I suppose, that you could use in here from a swing point standpoint. So that's at 1460. You can, there's a couple different patterns that they really set up to get up there.
And when you're setting it up, folks, you have to have some kind of a pattern that's there. Do you know what I mean? Because then you know that, okay, if it goes on the other side of the pattern, you're out.
That's right.
So that's what we're talking about here. And, bottom line is that it's more of an expansion.
Yeah. The DAX, which, we have been looking at for so long as being weak out there, I don't see where it closed today, but it's up over its March 16th swing point. So it wants to run higher as well.
Right. And that
means we might need to. You're going to be up in the Boston area this week, aren't you?
I know.
I was going to say we want to try to set up another Ilka, trade out here.
I'll tell you. Listen, folks, if you do happen to have an interest in the real estate business, I'm going to be doing a presentation in Boston at the Burlington Marriott, actually, this Thursday night at 6:30. You can come over to our website at TFNN. On the right-hand side, you'll see the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund. You can hit that and see what we're doing down in Florida if you decide you may want to come to that.
Well, and a great thing to do, folks.
And I'm on the plane. I'm on the plane on Thursday.
How about that?
Oh man.
But what folks should also do is they should really come over to the front page. They should check out the free report that you've done. The amount of analysis, information that's in there. It's a report they want to have, no matter what. Whether they're interested in real estate, they just need to be aware of what's going on inside the marketplace.
Right.
That way you got factual information versus whatever maybe is being pushed out there.
Oh, no. Let me tell you, what?
In the media.
I learned a huge amount. Did you learn it?
Oh, absolutely.
You're not going to believe, folks. I mean, you know what's amazing? And this is the sad part of, I think, I guess news and the press, now, is that because it's all like little bits and that's it, there's great information that's out there.
Oh, yeah.
That's public information
For sure.
that will blow your mind.
Yeah.
That's like, man, there's just, it's always,
the more work you do, the luckier you get.
Well, I think I put about 13 charts in there, okay, but I had 50 or 60 of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it was perfect. What ended up happening last weekend, folks, is that we had a huge storm in Florida.
Yeah.
So it rained like for a day and a half. So I just sat at home and I just kept I just kept doing it. And I said, okay, this is the perfect time to get this thing done.
Yes.
But and if you're looking for the one of the sites, it's the St. Louis Fed, folks. The St. Louis Fed has a phenomenal amount of information, factual information, that they update continually.
Yeah.
Like when I did this, all the updates were done on September 3rd, I believe.
Okay.
August 28th. I mean, it was like, it was amazing.
Yeah,
it was like I was saying to myself, man, they put a lot of work into it. But anyway, and you could get whatever part of the country you want to. I happen to, I used two different things. I used the stats from what we're doing in Pinellas County, Florida, and then I used the larger stats also just for the whole country.
Yeah.
So it was like, man,
No, it's great. Yeah, it's great.
Pretty wild, it really is.
Hey, on your chart, so can you go over the DAX on the weekly chart?
Yes.
Just to understand, so it took out the swing point. I took out the swing point from the week of March 16th last week. Did it do it with volume?
Let's see.
And obviously what it's going up against, I can't believe it took, it's going up against a major area,
it had good juice.
It
It had 736 million.
I know it, all the way there.
It was going into 1.2 billion.
Yeah, and the swing point itself that it took out, what was that swing point at?
Oh, 998 million.
So it didn't have the juice there either.
Didn't. And that's what does happen is this. When you see something like that, okay, so picture. The largest swing has 1.2 billion. The second one, when it didn't make it, that was in March, had 998 million, and this one had 738.
So we get to watch the DAX again.
We do.
Yeah.
Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, all you Tigers and Tigresses, you stay right there, folks. And don't forget, folks, the Tiger Dollar deal over at TFNN. You want to save 20, 25, or 30%? Well, you got this week to do it. We're going to be right back.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try patterns, profits, and peace of mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to tfnn.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's patterns, profits, and peace of mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
In just December of last year, the price of gold was down over 10%. In today's highly volatile gold market, you need someone in your corner that understands the complex relationships that exist within the price of gold, as well as within a variety of gold equities. Whether it's the South African gold miners and knowing how the rand-dollar relationship will affect their bottom line, or understanding how John Paulson's $5 billion trade in the GLD can move the market, Tom O'Brien gives you the direction you need to become a better trader each week in his newsletter, The Gold Report. With over 20 individual equities covered and almost another 20 on the potential watch list each week, in addition to covering the XAU, HUI, GLD, and dollar, The Gold Report is a great source for any trader that is looking to be diversified in today's volatile gold market. For your 30-day free trial to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, log on to tfnn.com today. Don't miss out on this great offer. Act now. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to tfnn.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Time is the great equalizer of all mankind. Time doesn't care about winners or losers, who succeeds or fails. Time only cares that you played the game. Question: are you playing the money game? Is your money working as hard for you as you are for it? I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter service, and we're celebrating our 1-year anniversary. In year 1, we generated a 30% profit. Plus, I provided 26 hours of live coaching to my clients. My daily newsletter service is available by 8 a.m. each day and covers the stock, futures, currency, and commodity markets, along with all the current patterns that you can trade. Each newsletter is packed with education, and it's yours for as little as $3 per day. And for the next 30 days, you can try it risk-free. Click on my name, Steve Rhodes, on the homepage of tfnn.com and begin your journey to great wealth today. If you're waiting for a better tomorrow, remember this: today's tomorrow will soon be yesterday, and your clock is ticking. Mastering Probability. Now is your time.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us. And you stay right there, folks, because it's coming up next. We got Basil Chapman coming up for the next couple hours. Then Darryl Martin, 1 to 2. David White, 2 to 3. Ken Shreve, 3 to 4. And then back here, 4 to 6 with me.
Busy month, too. You got the workshop with Darryl on September 29th.
Yeah, that's
Saturday morning.
That's at in the Grand Hyatt, folks. If you happen to be in the Orlando area, Tampa area, on 29th of September, we're doing a workshop. It's sponsored by Natick, so it's a free workshop. It's going to be from 8:30 in the morning to noon at the Grand Hyatt in Tampa. All the details on the front page of the TFNN. Let's go to George in Tampa. Hey, George, what's going on?
Going good. Thanks for taking my call.
Thanks for calling, man. Thanks for holding.
Okay. Tom, what I was looking at was TGB. I bought it about 3-4 weeks ago.
Oh, good for you, man. So let's take a look at it. You get Taseko Mines, folks. Okay, this is The low is 230, the high is 430. Now, don't get married to this thing, man.
Well, I was almost sold it Friday, and I seen the volume come in, so I was looking at selling it now and trying to get it back right around 303. But then I didn't know if it might run up to that 360.
Yeah, no, it can actually, it can run up to that $4 level too. I mean, the swing point out here is 374, the bottom of it, and 430 is the top of it. My point is this, okay? This stock has continually disappointed people in a huge way, okay? If I bring this stock back, the stock is trading it where it was in 1999. It's made $6 two separate times. The first time to come back down to 55 cents. The second time to come back down to 230, which isn't bad. But I'm not sure what's moving it right now. But just keep bringing your stop up, man. That's the way to trade it.
Okay, that's what I was calling about.
Yeah, and what you can do is if you use a 10-minute or a 30-minute chart, just go find those high volume bars and tuck it, underneath it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Have a great one, man.
Thank you.
Let's see if we get Rick. What's going on, brother?
Yeah, it's doing. Hey, real quick here, I know we're getting to the end there. I'd like you to put a Q's on a 5-year, yearly, monthly.
Well, I can do whatever you want. I can do 10-year, yearly?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
It just blows me away how light volume we're going up on.
Listen, man, I was looking at it this morning because I was trying to figure out this morning, saying, okay, where am I going to take the next shot? And that's when I decided, well, it's got to be that butterfly in the S&P. Because, see, what you're looking at here, folks, is this. You're at 69 in the Qs. Well, the Qs took out the 55. And so the 55 had 33 billion on the yearly, and it took it out with 16 and... Yeah, it's like, give me a break.
And then this year we're not even at 8 billion yet.
No, I know, man. I'll put it on a monthly now. You can even see it clearer on the monthly.
Well, what I see too is a beautiful inverted head and shoulder on a 5-year monthly with the neckline at 50. And I mean, just on a monthly, you can just see we're going up on fumes. So
yeah.
But anyway, that
50,
means
35. 1 second, 25. So that's 70, 75. Interesting. I see what you're saying. So, is that what you're saying, Rick?
Yeah,
exactly. So what he's looking at is that if you took that head and shoulders, and if that's what it is, you get another 6 points.
Well, you know what? That euro, I don't want to be more bullish than Ilka, but that euro could go to 130 yet.
It's going to. It's not. It's going to go to 130.
I wouldn't doubt it because that euro had, if I remember right, it had a head and shoulder top too, and the neckline's at 130. So I'd have to look at it again. But I thought that's what I seen there a while back. On a daily, I think it is maybe a 2-year daily.
Yeah, I can see what you're looking at. There's nothing stopping it now, right? I mean, that's
131 is the next target.
Exactly.
Cooking, brother.
It's headed there. All righty.
Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, all you Tigers and Tigresses, you stay right there, folks. Basil Chapman's going to be coming up with you for the next couple of hours. Darryl Martin, David White, Ken Shreve, and myself. Have a great one. Have a safe one.
Have a great day, folks.